Morning, everybody, and welcome. Just wanted to make sure that this is situated right. Just lower this a little bit. Everybody doing today? As you as we progress further into our shamanic journey and into our unconscious, subconscious mind of uncovering the things that we have have experienced and understanding that we are not just our physical body, that our soul exists within ourselves, and we're taking the soul on a journey to expand the soul's growth, so to speak. And as we've been journeying through these past couple of weeks, we've gone into different areas, and we've asked to call upon different animals, which you receive in your drumming sessions, that give you the opportunity um, to receive information in a way that allows you to better assimilate it into your life. And hopefully you're able to use that information, which many of you do when you leave comments in the comment section. And I appreciate that very much. Today, what we'll do is we'll look at the theme of our life's purpose. And we looked at this subject once before in the past, but to better understand our life purpose, it's so important for us to realize that we go through life with so many distractions and so many addictions that get in the way of us understanding our true selves. Only when we're really pushed or crushed do we have most of us, then we have the opportunity to reflect and to change or shift. But before that brick hits us, and as opposed to the brick, maybe the feather comes along our path and gives us the insight to make a shift. In other words, we feel the air, a soft air or breeze that affects us. That's more of a figurative way of looking at it, as opposed to a brick, which is painful or a painful experience. You know, if you look at people in life that I've interviewed that have had near-death experiences, many of them weren't on the correct path. And they were supposed to be guiding themselves, or they were guided to a place through their near-death experience that brought them to a connection to spirit. And that spirit message was acceptance, self-love, and a different vibration than the one that they had prior to their NDE. Not all of us obviously need near-death experiences to awaken, but we do come on this path for a particular reason in order for us to expand ourselves. And if you look at the earth as a soul, as I've mentioned before, we recognize that we're here to learn. We're not here just to learn in school per se. We're here to learn through life's lessons. And we come here into this earth, and we have a lesson to learn, or specific lessons to learn, in order to teach our soul through the human experience to help our soul evolve. And that's what it's really about. And so, you know, you hear people whose children are going off to college, and then they have empty nest syndrome, or a person is retiring and then they stop working at a job that worked for years, or they have conflicts with their partners or conflicts with their children. Different variables that take place that create a sense of forcing a person to either become addicted to something, distracted with something, or to turn inward on oneself and look within to find the answers that are within our soul to allow us to be content. And obviously, content is different for each person, and what's content for one person may not be the same for another person. However, we can agree that we do have distractions that really keep us from moving forward. We do have a life purpose. And the life purpose for ourselves is usually through the specific repetitive conflicts and trials that we go through. For example, if we're in situations in life where people don't show us a sense of trust, or we can't have trust in someone. I'll give you an example of myself. When I was a child, I was told by my parents that we were going fishing. And I was 5 years old, and instead of going fishing, we went to a doctor's office, and I was standing outside there with my parents, my grandfather, on this front lawn. And then I had to go inside into this place and change into a medical gown to have my tonsils removed. It didn't go over well. I did fight back. I cursed. I screamed, and I don't even know where I came up with this language at age 5. But anyhow, the point is that my sense of trust was broken at that point. Okay. Everything that my parents had told me or were going to tell me thereafter was going to put me in a sense of instability, right? Fear, lack of trust. And there were many situations in life where the trust issues came up. And so in our lives, we have repetitive themes. And what those themes are teaching us is a life lesson or a life purpose of learning to trust. Okay. So in other words, if a person is abandoned, okay, in relationships by parents or guardians or different people, then what we're really learning is to then learn how to deal and love ourselves, how to take care of ourselves, how to nourish ourselves. And since if you look at the concept of our body when we pass away, going into the earth, but our soul continuing, it's a never-ending cycle of lessons. So if we take it in that frame and we look at it that we can fulfill a physical job, teacher, worker, whatever, construction worker, blue collar worker, medical person, whatever job a person may have may not specifically be their life purpose. But if we look again at life purposes as the lesson that we have to learn, in other words, what purpose, what repetitive themes are going on in your life? Are you always trying to keep busy? Do you have a difficult time of committing yourself to something? In other words, you're constantly distracting yourself so that you don't have to find a sense of wisdom in your life. Or a person who just keeps himself busy can't find peace in their life. They can sit with their own self. Or a person who goes through always physical and medical conditions. What is that teaching the person but to take care of themselves, to nurture themselves? And then in the end, once a person masters these particular areas, then they have the life purpose of then assisting others to teach them self-love, maybe become a therapist, become a doctor or a healer, or become a person who then becomes somebody that can be the example for the other people who's on their path to finding themselves. All right, so let's today go on a journey for life's purpose. And when I'm discussing life's purpose, again, I'm not talking about your life's purpose as it relates to a specific work, although it could be. But for the most part, as I just mentioned before, your life purpose is something that you experience in your life that is a repetitive drama or conflict that keeps going on, face all the time. In other words, when a stress hits or an emotion that you sit with that creates a sense of uneasiness, and it's a repetitive cycle. So look for you. Ask your spirit animal what your life purpose is, and as I explained it. Okay. All right. We'll go on our journey. Okay. Get comfortable, please. Take a deep breath in, right, through your nose, and exhale. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. And we'll go on our journey. We're entering into a valley where there's a footbridge that spans maybe 100, 200 feet over a big valley. And the view from the left and from the right are spectacular. There's a large stream beneath. And you take the journey and start walking over this footbridge. And as you walk through, underneath you hear the water passing through. The strength of its current and the mist that it sprays up into the air. And the sound, the powerful sound of water. And as you walk, you continue through. Up ahead is a path between two large mountainous peaks. A little path, a narrow path, but to the left and right of you are these large mountain peaks that create a valley, and you walk through it. And you're surrounded left and right on this path by these rocks. And the terrain goes upward. Continue walking. And as you go forward, up ahead, the path is met by trees and forest. And you walk into that path. The trees are barely filled with leaves since the fall has come upon. And you continue walking. And you hear the birds in the trees and the crunching leaves underneath your feet. And up ahead, there's a fork in the road. You either go left or right. And you continue on this path. And despite whether you went left or right, up ahead is a little cave. And you go into that cave area. And through the cave at the end, you see a light. And you walk towards that light, the opening of the other side. And as soon as you come out of the opening, there's an animal waiting for you. What animal do you see? Ask the animal, what is my life purpose? What is it that I need to overcome? And you close your eyes and listen. You think about the recurring themes in your life. That which keeps playing over and over again. For that which you create habits, addictions, distractions. And the spirit animal tells you. You thank the spirit animal for passing this information on to you. And it disappears. You take a deep breath in. And you turn around, head back into the cave. You exit the cave and continue on this forest path. And as you head back, you hit the fork in the road, the place where you could have went left or right. And you continue walking. Take deep breaths as you walk. Absorbing the smell of the fall air. And as you continue, you reach the path where the two mountain peaks are on left and right of you. And you continue that path. You look up left and right, and you see the steepness and the strength of these rocky formations. And as you continue, you reach the footbridge. The water underneath passing. And as you take your last step off the bridge, up ahead is a tree on the right side. You put your both hands on this tree, this old oak tree. And you exchange energy with the tree and Mother Earth. Release your hands, thanking the tree as you walk out of the forest. Okay, take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Move your fingers, move your toes, move your legs, move your arms. When you have a chance, open your eyes and come back into the room. All right. So I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity again this week to share this particular shamanic journey of finding our life purpose. And hopefully that you're able to assimilate these lessons into your life and use them as an opening to get more clarity into your own personal life. It's a very important thing for us to recognize the reoccurring themes that exist in our lives that take place with regards to the dramas, and the repetitive cycles of our interactions with other people and the things that we do to keep us stuck and distracted so that we don't have to face these difficult emotions or feelings. But rather than us ever getting hit with a brick, we want to make sure that we validate and pay homage to the feather that comes across our way in order to wake us up. And we can be our greatest teacher and our greatest alarm clock. All right. Remember, nature, nurture nature, right? Because nature nurtures us. And just keep in mind that we're all walking each other home. Our soul's on a journey. This body is not forever, but the soul is. The lessons that we learn go on forever. All right. Have a great day.